Alright, welcome to Season 6, Race 14 of my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are here in Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. And yeah, we're getting ready to go for the race. Qualified in P10, and you'll see the running order as I start the race. Could have been better, for sure, but I feel like we're going to make up a lot of positions going into turn 1, so let's go to the race.
Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special around one of the many corners of this fan-favourite circuit. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. I'd like to talk a bit about Luca Giotto. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Albon, Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen, Ocon, Matsushita, the owner driver and Lando Norris, Kvyat, Sainz, Lance Stroll and Giovinazzi. Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Magnussen, Nick de Vries and Nicholas Latifi. Ocon, Giotto, Aitken and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for those 5 red...
Alright, so we gained 1 spot, thanks to the grid penalties.
Right, Jeff here. Can you hear me? Good luck today. We can make a top 10 position, so give it 100%. Seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
And I think this starting position for this grid penalty, I think for Gasly that moved up our spot tonight, I think that's going to help us because we're going to be on the good side of the track. Normally the odd numbered spots 1/3, 5th, 7th, 9th, etc. That's the better side of the track. We're already on the inside going into turn 1, so that enables us to, I guess, do any dive bomb a lot easier. And we don't have to worry about changing lanes to try to find a hole, because we're already going to be there. We had the problem in Hungary where we're trying to move down to start. It's a little difficult because we're on the even numbered side of the grid.
Matsushita. Okay, here's who we're really fighting today, and Norris. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
No, should be no concerns there. Yes, Bottas is on pole. Ricardo's second. Another very surprising qualifying for Albon. He's third. Then I believe it's Verstappen, 4th, Hamilton 5th, then Leclerc, Ocon, Matsushita, myself, and Norris in the top 10. So it's really going to come down to the start and how much we can get. Now I did qualify 8th of this race in Season 5, and if I recall correctly, I did get a very strong start, so we'll see if we can replicate that here.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Here we go. 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa. Lights out and away we go. See what we can get here going into turn 1. Ricardo, a little contact, we get damage. Yes, we did. Expect that. So just checking to make sure I don't have any wing damage here. Did dive it in pretty deep, but I believe maybe a little bit of damage. That's not gonna hurt us, I don't think. That's pretty much like that's. Here, there's a good shot of it right. Right there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's okay. Honestly. Side by side with one of the title rivals, Daniel Ricciardo. Man, he's getting like so much speed through the Rouge corner. Best a little bit here. Squeeze him, squeeze him, squeeze him, squeeze him. Yeah, the car just slows down. It's not getting any speed. Wanted to get that pass. Didn't want to make the contact though. Ooh. Slide, but that worked that time. We at least kept the spot. Hamilton gets by Ricardo. As under attack from Leclerc, and I might have gotten mixed up which Ferrari started where. I think Verstappen might have started lower than Leclerc did.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
Team orders here. I'm going to let my teammate Hamilton go. I think we might be a little slower than I anticipated here. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay on pace. So it's Bottas out front, Albon second, Hamilton third, Ricardo, or myself fourth, Ricardo fifth, Leclerc sixth. And is Verstappen, no, it's Matsushita in seventh. And Verstappen is 8th. not exactly the position where Verstappen wants to be, given that he's 9 points out of the lead in the championship. Stay behind my teammate for the moment. Running a little wide there. By Ricardo here in a second. Even more so, the DRS is about to open up.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Ricardo's definitely going to have DRS on me, but I think I'm far enough ahead that I can maintain position. Part of the track that's hurting us the most is the second sector here. That's where I think we're losing the most time.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Down the straight here. I think we're even faster in qualifying. Trim.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, copy that.
I'll double check something here. I think Ricardo's out of the DRS range. He is, so Leclerc is going to be attacking Ricardo here down the Kemmel Straight. Might not get past him, but he's going to get a lot closer.
To car in front is 2.3 seconds.
Oh, Verstappen has gotten by Matsushita. So, Ricardo's going to be under attack from both Ferraris here in a minute. Double check Ricardo, see where his DRS was again. Pretty sure he was not in the range. Leclerc was. Leclerc's gonna get close. I think that top end speed of Ricardo and the Mercedes is what's keeping him in that spot.
We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Session save, which I hadn't done yet. Well, Leclerc and Ricardo going side by side. It's gonna really help me out. Let's take a look at them. Leclerc finally got a run on Ricardo. there they go, side by side through the corners, which again, that only helps me, so they're holding each other up going side by side. I didn't exactly do myself any favors by running wide. And meanwhile, Verstappen actually gotten by his teammate Leclerc, or maybe not, they're going side by side. Leclerc is going to win that battle for the moment. Well, we got Bottas in the pits. Valtteri Bottas, the first car to pit. He's going on hard tires. It's a interesting call by him and his team on the Mercedes pit wall.
Use your overtake button now. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
Actually, I saw that they were pitting. I'm gonna cover off. This is gonna be a tough call here. So I want to try to cover off Ricardo. But I don't know what kind of tires he's going on, and I don't know how much traffic he's going to get stuck behind either. Everyone is on softs. Some people have pitted already. So I don't know. The problem is Hamilton's not pitting, so I know that at least for him... You know what? I just had this thought too. That gap between Bottas and the next car is pretty big. And you're only like 6 seconds behind, so you know what? I think I'm gonna pit now.
Right, come in at the end of this lap. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop.
Cut off Ricardo. Albon pits.
Exit now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Gonna have Luca Giotto behind me. But if I recall, he hasn't stopped yet. No, he has not, so... We're actually 4 seconds ahead of Ricardo. I'm actually curious to see what happens to the lead now, because remember, Bottas, he started on hard compound tires, or he went on to hard compound tires, whereas Albon went on to mediums. So now he's Albon right behind Bottas, but he's on pressure tire, on the faster tire. Faster tire compound. Ricardo caught a very good break because the Force India's racing points were holding up the Ferrari. Well, actually, I was going to say the Ferraris. I think it's only one Ferrari. It's Leclerc. Verstappen hasn't stopped yet, so wonder where this is going to put Hamilton and Verstappen when they complete their stops, when they come out. Hamilton was in front of me. I presume he will remain in P3. Yeah, I really didn't take that corner well, did I? There we go, that's better. Yep, there's Hamilton in the pits.
Lewis is in for a stop.
And Verstappen is in as well, as is, I think that's Lando Norris.
The gap to the car ahead is 8.9 seconds.
Oh, we're going to be really close to our teammate here.
Is 4.0
Could get some
seconds.
DRS. Not sure if we will. Yes, we will. We're going to get DRS on Hamilton. I'll drag us along. Fastest first sector of the race. Fastest first sector of the race.
Bottas is out in front. What I'm really hoping for here is that Verstappen is able to fight Ricardo for position back there. Verstappen can get inside Ricardo's DRS range. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Barely is right now. It's very close. I think Verstappen's just outside the range. Albon is still close to Bottas, but he hasn't got by him yet. Not sure how far behind Bottas and Albon is, but It's definitely close.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Let's see how close Albon actually is. Yeah, he's definitely within DRS range. It's just a matter of, I guess, catching Bottas. Well, he has caught him. I guess it's just a matter of actually doing the act of actually passing him. And Alexander Albon sets the fastest lap of the race. I had to think Albon's going to get a shot at him here. He's so close as they go up our Rouge. Through down the Kemmel Straight. I mean, it could just be a thing where Bottas is, the Mercedes is right on par with, my team's fastest on the grid, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's just, Albon's got, rich mix of DRS, but Bottas just has the power to be able to maintain the lead down the long straights where passing opportunity would present itself.
Gap to the car in front is 1.9 seconds.
Yeah, Albon, he really is right there.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Albon might have a shot here. Let's take a look at Albon down the straight here. Yeah, he's got the power. He's got everything he needs. It's just Bottas in that Mercedes is just. I think it's just he just has a better power unit. I really think that's what it is. And Red Bull's not like a slouch. It's the fastest car in the grid last time I checked. Obviously, Albon qualified third, but Bottas just has the better car down the straights. I think that's what it comes down to right now. Ooh. Not a good corner there. Not at all. And honestly, I actually don't really mind Hamilton finishing ahead of me. He does need the points. Get back to the title run. So I don't mind Ricardo catching me necessarily.
Caution.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Caution. Caution. Yellow flags ahead.
Oh, no.
No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see
Valtteri
the greens.
Bottas. He's just lost an engine. So out of the lead, Valtteri Bottas has just dropped out of the Belgian Grand Prix. What a turn of events. Unbelievable scenes. Did not expect that at all. Bottas was doing a great job. He was holding his ground. And now this race has just been blown wide open And Alexander Albon now leads the Belgian Grand Prix, looking for Red Bull's first win in God knows how long. I have to look back. I don't even remember the last time Red Bull won a race in my career mode. They haven't been exactly a top team, at least for the last 2 seasons. This one and last. Last promoted Albon to lead, has promoted Hamilton to second, and myself to third, so even if Ricciardo catches me, I've got even more to fight for now. I fight for a podium before it's all said and done. I guess the curious thing to see here is I'm curious to see sort of Albon's pace, I guess. Because even though Bottas and Albon were far ahead, they're about 6 seconds ahead of Hamilton, their lead has sort of stabilized around 6 seconds ahead of Hamilton. So I'm curious to see if Hamilton has anything for him, or if he can slowly reel Albon in, or if it was the case that, you know, Bottas was just sort of holding Albon back, and now that Albon's free to go, he can just drive away. I don't know which one it's going to be. I guess we'll find out soon enough as the race progresses. Albon's definitely pulling out a lead on me. I don't know about Ricciardo. Not Ricciardo. Hamilton. Keep getting this two mixed up. I'm trying to remember that. In fact, Hamilton is not at Mercedes, it's Ricciardo.
5/10 a lap.
Meanwhile, Max Verstappen has reeled Ricciardo back in. So Verstappen now a real threat for Hamilton's position.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.0 seconds.
Albon's just under 7 seconds ahead of Hamilton. Thereabouts. So Hamilton, I don't think he's gaining. I think Albon's, if anything, Albon's increasing his lead ever so slightly. Yeah, just coming off.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Just coming off a really exciting day of racing. Actually, a whole weekend of racing, really. Saturday, you had well, you had both IndyCar races in Detroit on Saturday and Sunday, as I record this. Today's Sunday. 2 races for the IndyCars in Detroit. And then you had the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series in Texas on Saturday. And then we had the debut of SRX on Saturday night. And then today you had the second IndyCar race. First one on Saturday, second one on Sunday, and then you had the All-Star race for NASCAR Cup Series, which just ended not that long ago.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Verstappen's going to be challenging. He's challenging Carl right now. Verstappen actually has the fastest lap of the race. Turned in a little too late there.
lap to car in front is 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's about 2.5-ish in front of me and about 2.5-ish, give or take, behind me. So I am in a no man's land of sorts, but it's not a very distant no man's land. I have been in situations where I'm sort of stuck in a no man's land where the next car ahead is like 10 or 15 seconds, and the car behind me is 10 or 15 seconds. But in this case, it's, you know, 2 and change. And actually, I am starting to reel in Hamilton ever so slightly, question mark? I mean, it was 2.5 seconds. Now it's under 2. I wonder, am I closing on Hamilton? I mean, it looks like I'm gaining a little bit.
Some information on Stroll. They are out of the race. Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to...
Oh boy, this changes everything. See, that was Lance Stroll. Where is he? Engine failure, yep. Safety car deployed.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
A real sprint to the finish. And in this Belgian Grand Prix, we could be in for a win here, potentially. It's not out of the question now. It was earlier. Or it was up until that safety car. But now it's all to play for, really. And the timing of the restart is going to be very interesting because... I'm trying to do the math in my head. If we restart at lap 20, in other words, we start lap 20 when we take the green again. That means we will have the DRS on the final lap of the race.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
We'll restart lap 21. There'll be no DRS, so should be interesting to see when we get going again. It is a long lap. The pack markers have a lot of catching up to do. The one Williams was almost a lap down practically. Reset the running order here. So Albon is first, Hamilton second, myself in third. Ricciardo is fourth, Verstappen, Lando Norris in sixth, Kvyat, Leclerc, Ocon, and Sainz are the top 10. Followed by Gasly, Matsushita, Giotto, Jack Aitken, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, De Vries, Russell, Latifi, and Calderon is the last car running on track.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
out the back of the field. Let's see what the safety car does.
Safety car.
And of course, it always happens, I always get brake checked. When the safety cars, like they announce the safety car coming out, I always get brake checked. Always, every single time. That never fails to happen. Alright, here we go. Can Albon hold on to the win? And can myself or Hamilton provide a challenge? That's going to be the question. I let Hamilton go earlier, but it's all to play for now. There will be DRS on the final lap. Oh, Hamilton did not get going there.
Green flag.
Alright, what are you going to do in the turn one? This did not work out that time. He's not able to quite step on the gas to perform an effective dive bomb on Hamilton, though almost had him that time. Going into turn one. Albon almost a second ahead already.
Okay, we've got plenty of energy. Use the overtake button and have a go.
All out here for the final 3 laps of the race. Ricardo's on my rear diffuser as Hamilton starts to pull away.
There's 3 laps
Ran
of fuel
wide
remaining.
there. Here comes Ricardo. Ricardo did not get a good run through that corner. And now Verstappen just moving around trying to make something happen here. A fair play to Albon. He got off that restart very well. DRS doesn't open until the final lap. He's well over a second ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Should have done a mid-session save before the race started. We do have thunderstorms in the area, or at least they're supposed to be coming through the area at some point tonight. So, sure. Just be err on the side of caution, you know, be prepared, all that sort of thing. Run wide again. Be curious to see if the car can stay in touch. Definitely not going to let Ricardo get by me.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
All the fuel in the world to burn. Stay on rich mix the whole way.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.1 seconds.
Here Ricardo, and here comes Verstappen. Verstappen trying to make a move. Didn't happen that time. Remember, DRS will open this lap. It's going to be an interesting run down the Kemmel Straight. Because Ricardo was very close.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is
no
now
threat for
online.
first and second, but it's all about to kick off for the podium. It's a great launch off the first corner. Ricardo's going to have DRS on me, and Verstappen's going to have DRS on him. It's going to be a DRS train here. Ricardo, I don't think he's going to get close enough to pass. So I do get him out of shape a little bit, which does put him in the clutches of Max Verstappen for fourth place. Running a little wide. Ricardo's there again. Easy for me to say. Ricardo's removed. On the outside. Ooh, he shoved him off a little bit. Verstappen's going to get by, and here comes Norris. A little bit of contact. All fair though, no accident. Alexander Albon wins the Belgian Grand Prix. We come home in P3. It's a double podium for Monster Energy
good
Racing.
Job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic
Slight
drive.
contact there with Ricardo coming to the bus stop chicane. That was all fair though, no contact. Or there was contact, but no accident.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today.
Alexander Albon gets his first win of the season, first win of the season for Red Bull.
What set them apart from the rest?
Seventh different driver to win in this season.
Absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
It's an interesting one today. On balance, I think I have to call out Alexander Albon. A really solid drive from him today, and one that he and his team should be proud of. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So that was the Belgian Grand Prix. Again, Alexander Albon getting his first win of the season. And sounds like the championship standings have been shaken up a little bit. Constructors will be first. Ferrari, despite the fact that my team finished second and third, and we got the more points than anyone in this race, in terms of the teams, Ferrari still managed to come away with the lead, but only just 3 points ahead of ourselves. And actually, think about it, so if Hamilton, or if Ricciardo had not lost those spots, he would have finished 4th, and he would have gotten 12 instead of 8. And if Verstappen finished in 5th, he would have gotten 10 instead of 12. So actually, if Hamilton had Ricciardo not had that incident with me where we had contact on the last lap, I believe the championship standings would have been Ferrari ahead by 1 over myself, or my team, and Mercedes would have had, we basically would have been tied 1 point behind Ferrari. But as it stands, that's still pretty close. 3-7. Championship standings wise, it's getting very interesting. Ricciardo still leads, but his lead is now only 5 points over Max Verstappen. Myself, I'm only 13 points out, and Lewis Hamilton, wasn't able to get the win, but he's just under a race, or just about a race win with the extra fastest lap point out of first place. Leclerc still hanging in there, 31 points out. Albon sort of has separated himself from 8th place, so he's sort of in a land of his own there. But Bottas, he missed out on 26 points today, and if he would have gotten the win, he would have been 160. I'm not sure about the fastest lap, but let's just say 165. He would have been right in the thick of things. He would have been, what, I guess, if he had 165, I mean, he probably would have been under 25 points. He'd probably be right in there between myself and Hamilton. He would have been a lot closer, but alas, he had that engine failure, so he's not in it right now. But, I mean, he is still in it, but today definitely hurt his chances. But yeah, that was it for the Belgian Grand Prix. Pretty interesting race, I have to say. Really shaping up to be an exciting championship fight, I think.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? You must be happy with the result today. Your teammate had a great race today and was rewarded with a podium. Your teammate beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else? Great. Well, that's everything.
And next up is Monza, which is a track much like Azerbaijan, where I always tend to win the race, especially when it's not raining. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one turns out and how that affects the championship. And it'll also be interesting to see how the Ferraris do, particularly Verstappen, and see if maybe if I can't leapfrog Ricciardo for the title lead, maybe he can. What I find interesting too is that it's all, at least, if you discount Leclerc and Bottas, who are 5th and 6th. Yeah, but if you discount Leclerc and Bottas, who are 5th and 6th, you have 4 former champions fighting for the title, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie.
We've got a lot of cash sitting around doing nothing. We should start investing that in facility improvements.
You know, Leclerc could still easily get in there, so all it's going to take is a bad race from us and Leclerc and Bottas scoring a win to shake things up even more. Well, that is it for the Belgian Grand Prix, and I'll see you next time for the Italian Grand Prix.